All right, and let's see here.
Guys have black fur and black green eyes.
Okay, copy that.
The leather armor.
Go back to there. Let's see here.
Your dog don't sound happy.
Well, so, my son's coming home. He's been out. They're just happy. They cry like that when the wife or one of us comes on in. Here is
I have to do a lot of transferring. I messed up my paper.
okay. Let's see here. Get that set right there, and I will post that. So that's posted, and I will go ahead and start to record this on my computer. And I
If
will
he has a leaping ability, how far would that be?
say again, if he had what
If he
ability?
has a leaping ability as far leaping,
Well, they don't get that per se. It's just like it would be just like any other player character jumping, but
yeah, okay.
you can describe it as such, as a leap, and color it that way as far as that goes. Uh, because the tabaxi
Yeah,
don't get that like a normal monster, beast, panther, uh, cougar, and lion and such
okay.
do in their description as far as that. So, all right. So here's the scenario.
That'd be that'd be one of the. Oh, all right.
The scenario being that you were at Fort Damali, and the lieutenant
Okay.
at Fort Damali had given you. In fact, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll share that so everybody can see that map, and maybe is it this one? No, yeah, it's this one. Share that right here, and I'll
I see it now.
I'll go ahead and Fort Damali being right there, and I want
Yeah, I see it.
to let's see here. I'm looking for my other tools. Annotate, and I'll spotlight, and the spotlight, well, is right here, Fort
Yeah,
Damali.
I see it.
That's what, from there is where I hit the wrong one. That's why. Uh, but from there, the lieutenant there and some of the unnamed Adventurers Guild members sent out runners with a message of the battle that they found that was coming on and attacking, and the information involved with that. But the lieutenant heard that there may be a strange book that may be able to, or tome that may be able to assist. There was an old dwarf that stumbled on in with mumbling tales about it, and that he saw some ancient, strange writings and such down in the old uh, ruins that were just outside of Comisnia. And let's see here. Let's see here. I will. go ahead. Let's clear that. And let's see, I can get out of that. And Commissia is, he'll show you on the map down here about a week and a half's worth of travel afoot. So he sent you down that way with papers allowing you through the different guard outposts. This one right here, and we'll go back to annotate and spotlight for this one right here. That's right there, and for this one right here. And your travel from Fort Damali to the Commissia Alliance second outpost that's there was fairly uneventful, almost too uneventful for you as far as that. So, but you go on through there. The guards at the outpost stop you, ask you for your papers, and what's your purpose traveling down south, and they ask if you saw anything along the way that seemed out of place as far as that. So you'll be able to answer those questions however your character would want to.
Now, my character is usually an evil character, so me trying to break the mold. Most people wouldn't trust me for nothing.
Well, none of the UAG characters are evil.
Yeah, but I'm saying my race as a general are evil characters.
Not necessarily. Let me see.
I'm trying to break. I was trying to break the mold.
It just says that the Tabaxi alignments in general tend toward chaotic alignments, not necessarily evil.
Oh, okay.
In fact, it says just the opposite. They are rarely evil. It doesn't mean they can't be.
Oh.
And most of them are driven by curiosity rather than greed and dark impulses. Remember the adage formed since they are a cat race, curiosity killed the cat?
That'd definitely be me.
In that respect, as far as that, hopefully that helps you with getting into the fit of your character that you chose. And so you're going on, and you're able to tell them whatever you want to that you saw from Fort Damali to the second outpost to answer the guards' questions.
Okay. So, by myself, or we got another guy to go with? For right now, by myself, or what?
Yeah, right now you're by yourself.
Okay.
Almost like a lone scout.
Yeah. So I'm headed down from one place to the other outpost.
So, okay.
Are there any other creatures that have been seen?
Like I was saying, it was uneventful for that trip. In fact, almost eerily uneventful. Very very quiet. Not nothing that was seen. As a ranger, you would feel that peace in the sense of the nature, because you're not seeing the birds, the ground critters moving around. You're not hearing the bird songs. It's just that's still quiet.
Everything's got to play. something was definitely disturbing them or messing things up. Trying to see what they tracking skills. Don't rangers have natural tracking skills?
Well, you for your in 5e, what you use for tracking is your survival skill set.
Yeah.
You would roll your d20 plus if you took it to be proficient in it, because not necessarily have to be. But that would be the skill set that you would use if you needed to roll a survival check to track, as far as that. But if you're looking to track something here at the outpost, you'll find it extremely difficult because of all the road traffic and the traffic of the soldiers around there.
Yeah.
The guard will ask you, okay, after looking over your papers, do you need any food? We got a simple mess set up over there off the one side of the stockade, about 100 feet from where you're standing at the front gate.
Well, I could always eat.
Okay, and he'll wave you in, point you out to where it is. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon when you do get there. As far as that, and and you'll see a line going on up a big pot that's over a fire. It's bubbling. You have the smells of like oxen and carrots and some wild onions and such that seem to be there. And you'll see that the cook that's stirring and ladling up the soup / stew is a big old bugbear.
Interesting. Surprised that he's at ease around people like this. So I'll go up and ask how much for a bowl.
And he'll say, well, we'll sell you a bowl, but the stew,
how much we're helping?
The stew is free all inside the keep here. All that battle for the protection of the cities in this fair travel route. Get soup and stew for free.
Oh, that's great. Well, I definitely won't like a helping of it. Okay. And while I'm eating, I'll eat around other people, see what the general conversation is.
You'll roll me a perception check as far as that.
Perception, that's intelligence?
No, that'd be your wisdom. You should be over there in your skill set. You roll a d20 plus
perception.
Plus your modifier. Okay. If you're proficient.
Cool. Yeah, I got a thing in that. I rolled a 19.
Okay. And you'll hear some hushed rumors of scared voices of large blood covered orcs that beat down and broken the line up there at Fort Damali, and you've heard that there's a dark queen that seems to be directing the battle, and then you'll hear some other hushed tones of more of a courageous tone and self-assured tones, talking about, yeah, Fort Damali stood the line on the onslaught. Yeah, they've done great. I hear we're going to have reinforcements in a week or two. All we got to do is stand here and protect the gap. Protect the gap. We can do it, fellas. We can do it. And you hear some of them start to smile and chuckle and say, "Yeah, we can do it," and such. So you'll hear those rumors of the battles, both good and bad, going on the way that it's going. So you get a sense that some of the news may not be as new as some of the information that you carry with you from what you've seen.
Has anyone tried scouting the ruins south of here?
What about the ruins?
Has anyone tried scouting the ruins, or would they need one?
Well, no, you don't hear any talk about the ruins.
Yeah.
As far as that was information given to you by the lieutenant up in Fort Damali. These guys are just talking about this area right up here, basically, and north of them where Damali is, right here. From here on up. But they're talking about that. They look like they've been kind of battle worn, but as far as that, you have the morale on part of them that seems to be sinking a little bit, but then you have morale being lifted on up by another section of a group of them. So, and you'll see that the races that are in here is a culmination of humans, and you'll see a dragonborn here and there. You'll see some halflings. You'll see some dwarves, elf here and there. Almost like a melting pot of a sort.
And I was looking for an older dwarf too, wasn't I?
Say again?
I was looking for an older dwarf, wasn't I? I wrote down old dwarf. You can't read your own writing.
Nah, I think you're thinking about old gnome being Pincus up at the UAG.
Yeah.
But
okay.
The guild master up there. But you'll see that mixture going on up here. Is there anything outside of listening to them and partaking in this meal that you're looking to get accomplished?
Is there anyone around here selling health potions? I may need one sooner or later. I forgot about that. I mean, I could probably.
Let me see here. No, you don't notice anybody hawking salves or bombs or healing potions. they these guys look, as far as the stores that they have there, right there, that they're fairly meager in that sense.
Yeah. This is harder to do one when you got a group of people.
Yep. I was hoping that there would be at least one or two more, would you? But it is what it is.
Yeah.
I know you've been looking to get your teeth cut on into it, so we're going to get you cut on into it, even if it kills you.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. I mean, I'll learn anyway.
Yep. But so anything other than that, you've searched around, you've had your meal. We'll say that it's from listening, eating, looking for healing ointments and such.
Yeah.
Then it's gotten up about 5 o'clock in the evening. Are you looking to continue on, or are you looking to take and rest here?
I guess I can rest.
Okay.
We can rest here, and maybe next time we get together, maybe somebody else will join us.
All right. So you get a full night's rest and such, and being that you're in the forted area where you have actual, even though it's a simple bunk and the stew and the warmth there, and able to rest, you get a full rest. So you're fully rested as far as that. Day breaks. You hear the rustle of the guards of the post stirring around, and you know you have to go further south because of the map that you were showed. And so what do you want to do at this point?
Take off, go farther down south.
Okay. You'll head up, and you'll be going, and you'll head up, and you'll get about where the little red bouncing ball is. Give me a perception check.
Okay. 1.
Okay.
Good at all.
Alrighty. So you're going, you're not noticing much of anything as far as that. The day's going along, and you're moving along. It's still eerily quiet. No birds, no sounds. Yeah. And we'll say you get up about here at about 5 o'clock in the evening. What do you are you gonna continue on, or you gonna try to make camp? And give me one more perception check.
Okay. 14.
Okay. The hair or fur on the back of your neck isn't standing straight up, but it is tingling a little bit and such. But you can't.
You on an open trail or what?
You can't figure out what it is that's giving you that feeling. You haven't noticed it. You just feeling like something isn't right there, almost possibly being followed, possibly being watched.
Okay, are we on an open trail, or what's the area around?
Yes, you're on the you're on the Merchants Road.
Okay. Are there woods around us, or what?
Yeah, you have what are the mountains on either side of you, and you're actually traveling through the bottom of the valley. And where you've gotten to is where there's an older mountain that's been worn on down. It's more like a a big hill than a mountain where you're at the moment. There's more grass and some shrubs and some trees, but it's not a thick forest. It's fairly somewhat sparse.
Ooh, okay. Well, it hasn't really started getting dark yet, so.
Now it's starting to, it's starting to get a little dusky, but not not
Yeah.
not dark.
Well, if I don't see anybody, so I'll keep going until it gets right at dark.
Okay, you'll keep going, and you'll get, we'll say, get about right here, and it's dark. It's about
Uh-huh.
8 o'clock at night.
Is there any what kind of places is there around to set up camp at? Open area or any trees or what?
It's basically still the same setup. The around the road, is fairly cleared out. There's grass out on the bottom of the valley where the road cuts on through the trail, and you'll see a tree here and there, but and some bottom shrubs like juniper on the ground, in a
Yeah.
spot here or there. You'll find a little bit of tag altars starting to grow up. Some of the new growth from where the road was worked.
So there's no tall tree around that you can climb up into.
There's there's some trees around. If you're looking
Yeah.
for a tree that you can climb into and such, yeah, there you'll find one or two that you would feel comfortable with.
Yeah. I would say since it's nighttime and I thought felt like somebody might be following me, if I could find a tall tree to climb up into, I could do that and use my grappling hook to climb up into it and camp for the night.
Okay, you'll know naturally that you wouldn't need your grappling hook to climb into it. You'll be able to, with your climb speed, you'll have no problem at all getting up to where you'll feel safe. Uh,
Yeah. I'd want to climb up far enough into it to be harder for somebody else to climb up into, and I could actually, I could see them coming.
but
And that's where I would try to camp.
you'll get up to where you feel comfortable with it, with what you're looking for.
Uh-huh.
So it's by the time that you located the tree, got yourself climbed and settled, it's 8:30 in the evening.
Okay.
Are you staying awake, or are you gonna rest?
Uh, I want to try to rest up in the tree if I can find a good enough, say, place that's comfortable enough for me to sit there and rest in, or where I can see somebody coming if they were or whatever. And I've got to rest up in the tree.
Okay, and you're resting there, and time is slipping on by. It's a pretty dark night. You're not seeing many stars or the moon, so there's not a lot of light given in from nature that way. And all of a sudden, it seems like there's a big gust of wind that comes over the trees. Give me a dexterity check.
Okay.
D20 for dexterity mod.
Roll a natural 20.
Okay. So 24. You don't fall out of the tree, but it does wake you up.
Yeah. The ground see it falls.
I mean, it is a big gust wind, almost. It's not like a tornado, but you would think in your mind, where did that come from? Because the tree actually
Yeah, where it comes from.
the tree actually did sway a good 3 feet from it.
Yeah. I hold on and try to look around and see where it's coming from.
And go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay. 17.
Okay. You won't notice where it came from.
Yeah.
But what you will with that perception notice is that there's no other gust that's following it up, and generally within about a 50-foot radius from you and the tree. You see the shrubs and the grass going back up from the right, but outside of that, none of the vegetation has been moved.
So it's just affecting where I'm at.
Well, a 50-foot radius from where you're at.
Yeah. That's strange. Must be magical. It'd be nighttime now. Well, if I can't see what's causing it, well, I knocked my keyboard off. If I get down, it'd be easier for someone to attack me. What the heck? I'll climb down and see if I can see anything better.
Oh, okay.
Just look around.
Well, where are you looking?
Just I go down and walk the circle around the tree and like a 50 foot from it.
Are you looking down on what I'm asking for? Are you looking down on the ground? Are you looking out on the horizon? Are you looking up in the sky?
I'll be looking down, I guess.
Okay. You won't notice anything.
Okay. I look up. I know it's dark and everything, but seeing stars or anything, like the clouds or anything like that.
No. You'll notice cloud silhouettes of cloud formations, but the moon and the stars really aren't out. So it is good and dark.
Yeah. Well, if I don't notice anything that causes it, I guess I'll try to get back in the tree and try to sleep the rest of the night.
Okay, that's no problem. You'll get back up in the tree. You go through the night. Nothing exceptional happens or out that you'll notice. You'll feel the warmth of the sun breaking through the morning clouds, and you'll feel a couple dewdrops falling upon your whiskers from the leaves above you to let you know that it's basically morning.
Yeah. Do I see any disturbance around the base of the tree as I wake up?
No, the tree looks normal. It looks fine. You may see some of the grass that's kind of pushed down, but you'll know that that's from you walking on it last night when you got down and checked on it. The
Okay.
tracks are definitely, are tabaxin, and you don't see any other tabaxi around.
Yeah. So I just get down, get my stuff together, and take off, keep going south.
All right. And you'll reach the third outpost here, and it will be very similar to what you found in the other outpost. Uh, as far as you're being stopped, asked for your papers, uh, asking
Okay.
what you saw on the way, anything unique, anything that that we need to be aware of, that the threat that may be
No,
coming. They'll ask
uh,
uh, if you heard any reports from the, the northern outpost.
no, just there was a strange wind last night. There was no excuse for it. Other than that, I didn't see the thing.
And the little guard, which is a gnome, will look up at you and say, "What wind? It's been a still night here. We didn't have no wind."
Well, while I was camping last night, I had a strange gust of wind, and then I couldn't see it. No clouds or anything.
Yeah, it was a good dark night. That's for sure. Uh, those are the nights that my brothers and I used to like to sneak off the to go ahead and chase and do some mischief. But my father would always catch us and give us a good tattling there for getting into things that we shouldn't. Uh, but you didn't see any sign
Sounds like fun.
of or. Oh, it was until the tattling. You
Yeah.
never know.
No, I just around camp.
Say again, Phil.
Beg pardon?
Say again. I didn't hear your last.
The no, there's just some kind of a strong wind knocking trees around last night. Other than that, I didn't notice anything.
All right. Um, Maybe I need to send you to the sergeant of the guard. Maybe that information means something to him. It's just awful strange to me. I'm just a foot soldier here.
Oh, okay. And after that, got any more of that soup around here? I like to get some more of that last place I was at.
Soup? Oh, we have no soup.
Yeah.
We don't have soup here. But if you're hungry for a morning meal here, or a good nooner, uh, yeah, they're over at the mess tent there, and you'll see it's about 300 feet from the gate. This is a bigger outpost. Definitely looks to be in better shape. The men look to be a little better fed, a little less battle worn, and he'll say it's over there, but you'll want to go down the wall here. That little shack right there. There's the sergeant, the guard in there. Just ask for Ferguson.
Okay.
There, he
Ferguson. All right.
don't mind his demeanor. He's just he's never happy. I don't know. You know those humans the way they are. They're never happy.
Maybe battle worn. What do you guys get your meats from around here? Do you have some more hunters around or what?
Oh, we have a couple hunters, but we get pretty well provisioned from Comisnia. The road from Comisnia on up here isn't harassed too awful much.
Okay. Do you have hunters around here?
Oh, we have this. We have this group that over there that they're hired to go ahead and keep us uh, with local game from time to time, and this to keep an eye out on the paths up in the mountains. But that's about as close as we have for hunters. They do well enough.
I'd like to find out what the local game's like around here. That's why I want to talk to your hunters. Ranger
Well,
myself. I like, you know,
the little gnomes
I
say
like,
we got a couple local games around here. We got this one called Bones and Shills, and then we have this other one called Numbly Pegs, and then there's always a good game of cards around if you can find the
uh,
right blokes.
not the kind of game I'm looking for, but I was wondering if you have any other rangers around here that I can talk to.
Um, and he'll point you at that group, the group that he was talking about. And he'll say that's the closest that we have that I call a ranger.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking if I talk to someone that keeps you guys up in food or the hunters around here, they could like to find out what kind of games around here as far as wildlife and stuff like that.
Okay.
I'd
Uh,
like to know why. I want to find out what there's not any wildlife around here.
well, that that
So,
because of the orcs and those nasty dragon-like things that slither through the mountains.
ah, they're known to do that, huh?
Oh, we met them once. We stood a grand fight. We chased them on back. They didn't put up much of a fight. We gnomes, we gnomes are known for our valor. We jumped upon the chest of those big old bloody orcs and we stomped them with our own big feet. Oh, you can't beat a gnome in a good battle.
Okay. As long as you're quick, I guess that's okay.
Oh, quick and strong. You ought to see me pull up a half pint. I can pull up a half pint with the best of them.
I bet you can. Okay. Well, that being the case, I'll walk around, see who else is in the neighborhood,
Well,
and find those guys.
you'll see normal fort activity for basically a base that's not been harassed a lot. There's the guards are somewhat lax. You see a lot of chit chat, not paying so much attention to the walls and the horizon as much. They're still doing their job, but it's just they're not as observant and alert as uh, a, a troop would be that's been under a lot of attacks.
Yeah. Is there a place where a lot of people are gathering for?
Oh, the mess hall is a big place where a lot of them are gathering. In fact, you see a heck of a line. You smell the smells of grand spices that are upon some nice red boar meat that's being roasted
I like that.
over an open spit and an open fire.
One of my favorite things.
You hear the sizzle of the fat off the boars just dripping down into the fire and sizzling up.
One of my favorite things to eat. I'm definitely headed that way.
All right. And there'll be a big line and you'll have this little gnome standing behind the pit with this big old knife that's bigger than he is. and a big old fork that's just as big as the knife, carving off slabs off this as it rolls around, and he's giggling and tee-heeing because he every once in a while says, "See that apparatus? That's the secret to my recipe. It keeps it rolling, even heat, slow and even." I'm the wise.
Nobody bothers him, do they? Do the what?
He says, "I'm the wise one. Everybody wants to be my friend."
You killed that around here, or you raised it yourself?
Say again?
I asked him, you kill that around here, or you raise it yourself?
Oh, no. That's the big pride here. This is what the hunters brought in just the other week. They got us 5 of these beautiful big dire boars. There's nothing like good fresh dire boar, salted down, roasted with the family secret herbs and my little machine.
No. I'll take some if you don't mind, and afterwards, could you point me to the guys that brought it in?
And he'll say, "Of course, everybody knows them. What, you new here, Putty Cat? You new here, Putty Cat?"
Yes, I am.
Oh.
But coming down, coming from up north, I didn't see that much or hear that much wild. Didn't hear the more animal life that you don't hear. I'm trying to find out why.
Oh, that could be just because those nasty orcs and those kind of dragon lizard looking things that crawl through the crevices of the mountains around there. But the hunters that got in these fine dire boars, they're over there. They keep to themselves and don't mind their smell. It's worth it.
I know.
For the dire boars.
Yeah. Boars are usually smart, and they definitely taste good.
And he'll hack off a couple big slices and throw on to your mess kit for you. Be on your way. You're holding up the line. These guys are going to get mad at you.
Okay. Thank you. So I'll take what he gives me and go off inside to eat it.
Okay. And it will taste just glorious, but it will be a bit spicy.
Yikes. I still like to talk to the guys that brought it in.
Okay. You finish eating and you'll be able to go over to them. You'll smell them before you get within 5 feet of them. They'll have a very musky scent about them, and you'll hear them talking about, bragging about, "Yeah, last week one shot took down that one big old dire boar. That's bigger than yours there, little Will. Whew. And you, Marvin."
Yeah, me.
No, not you. Marvin. Who are you? Marvin. Why haven't you gotten anything here lately? You forgot how to hunt? You lose your nose? And
nose to hunt?
And there'll be and they're a combination of human, half orc, and Goliath. There's about 6 of them sitting there.
I go sitting right down the middle of so how's the hunting? Or the hunting looks good around here.
Oh, it's fair. It's fair, they'll say. Marvin will say, "No, it ain't. No, it ain't. You took it all. You chase them off. You smell too pretty.
I guess you have to know rough to fit in, eh?
Oh, nah. You know you gotta cover your scent. These dire boars, they got a nice nose. That's how they go ahead and root and root and root for those good truffles.
You think they might be chasing off the rest of the wildlife around here?
Oh, no. Oh, you know what? Can you keep a secret? Can you keep a secret?
If it's worth my while, yes. If it's worth my while, yes.
Well, worth your while. I can't tell you if I gotta pay you.
No, I'm saying if it's a secret that keeps me alive, yeah, I can keep it.
Well, Marvin there, he shakes in his boots. He said he saw this big old blackish gray, strange looking dragon flying around in the night skies a week or so ago, and he says that it's the dragon. That shadow of a dragon, that shadow dragon. Marvin, you've been out here too long, Marvin. That's done ate and chased off the game. I just say it's just poor hunting skills.
Which one's Marvin?
He's a little old dwarf that sits over on the one side muttering.
I tell him, well, good hunting after this, and I go look for him.
Well, you won't have to look far. He's only about 12 feet away from you since you plopped yourself down in the center of things.
Okay. I'll move over to him. Let's say
he'll reach out and go.
I just go walk over to. Beg pardon?
He'll reach out and go over to pet you.
Easy there. How many windy nights are here, have you?
Oh, there hasn't been any wind here for a week or two. But that's a strange skin that you have there, Putty Cat. I almost had one that looked like that hanging up on the wall of my nice little cave. Oh, it was a mighty hunt.
It suits me well.
I bet it.
Tell me about your windy nights around here.
Oh, well, a storm blows in from time to time off the sea. You know, that demon sea. It gives us some good winds sometimes, but it does break against.
I'm talking about the windy nights. I'm talking about the windy nights that have no clouds.
What windy nights would
be scaring off your wildlife, brother?
Oh,
the one that
these guys.
Yeah, the one scaring off the cave.
There wasn't no wind that night. There was the swoop and the banter of the wings against me and almost knocked me off my rock perch. I saw it come swooping on down, and it grabbed this owl bear and flew off with it. Just one little.
You see the?
Oh, that
the
was.
Direction in it?
Say again, Phil.
Did you see the direction that you saw to?
Oh, yeah. I saw the direction all for about one little blink of an eye. It went north. Up into the jaws of the mountains. It was an awful, terrible thing. All you see is a single owl bear feather just wafting down in the currents of its mighty beating wings, and the air beating about it and coming floating down.
A mighty dwarf, a mighty dwarf such as yourself, you didn't try to hunt it.
Say again, Phil?
I said, a mighty dwarf such as yourself, and you didn't try to hunt it.
Oh, I'm not hunting that terrible thing. Oof, oof. You're talking the one wing was as big as a mighty oak. Nah, I'll get that another day.
It being a dragon, even as small as I am, I like to keep track of it.
Oh, it went north into the mountain jaws. Yes, it did. It went north. None of these guys believe me. They think I'm in my cups too often. And he'll pick up this tanker of ale and throw it on back, and you'll see foam come up around his mighty beard, and then he'll set it back down, and you'll see some foam dance as he sets it down on the ground nice and firm.
Yeah. I would at least like to know where its nest is.
Oh,
if you scout it out, it may be a good thing to know later.
Maybe, but I got an oath to stay here and protect this fort and pick up some bits of food for it from time to time. But I can't go off for glory hunting on a good trophy such as that. But yes, it would be a mighty trophy.
If you had someone to go with you, would you like to go try at least find its lair?
Well,
no one else would have to know.
I'd have to think on that one a bit. I surely would. You know, I took the oath here to defend this. I don't know. I'd have to think on it a bit. What's your name there, Putty Cat?
Pogo.
Hey, Pogo.
Toko the Rambunctious.
Okay, Pogo. We'll go ahead and I'll catch up to you when I think I've made my commitment here.
Okay. Well, if you don't want to, you know if anyone else would like to. Me being a ranger, I like to know what's around me.
Oh, well, you see,
Be it
up there is the start of the valley. Over there is the one side of the mountains. Over there is the other side. And we have this wee river that's there. And down across that river, they say there's some old ruins. But I sure those thieving treasure hunters picked that dry. And if you like eel and rat, there's a nice marsh just to the south towards the Demon Sea. Just a short little walk, about a half a day or so, you can get to the edge of it.
Okay. Who do you know has been living around here for a while?
For a while, huh?
Anyone around here might have. Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Is there maybe there's an old family around here that's heard of this dragon. Maybe I can find out some more information about it.
You won't run into any families that live out this way. You have to get closer to Comisnia.
Comisnia? Yeah, I think.
And that
I'm
would
headed
be
that way anyway.
right there's Comisnia.
Okay.
It's a big city.
All right. I'm headed that direction anyway, so yeah, I think I'll do that. Because a dragon spirit, that's something new to me. I'd like to find out more about it. And you know, something that big could definitely get rid of what else would you have to eat?
Well, you know the old adage, curiosity killed the cat.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Yeah, but I'm not going to live forever. Now, I don't like being bored.
All right. And
so with that, I'll
doggone it, where did that go?
Where's the nearest soldier around here?
From where you were over there in the Rangers little cove section, it would be probably about 100 feet up there at the front of the gate.
Okay. I'll go to the Charles, I'll go talk to the nearest soldier.
Okay. And
when I get up to talk, I bid.
You'll see this
Go ahead.
Walking towards the gate, pretty focused and steady, almost a march.
So if there's a soldier that's keeping watch or whatever,
Almost, you would get the impression he may be going to relieve the soldier that's on the gate right now.
I'll go up and start walking beside him.
Okay.
I need some information.
What information you need there, Putty Cat?
Thank you. I had some of that wild boar a while ago, and it was pretty good. A guy was selling some boar meat, and I'd really hate for that, something happened to that. So I need to talk to him. Who's the oldest family living right here in this encampment? Would you know?
He'll think on it. He'll say, maybe the lieutenant would be the oldest. It's hard to tell with them types. They're those elves, hard to pick out their ages.
Ooh, elves, you say? So I need to go talk to them, I guess.
Well, if you want to, you don't need to.
Well, somebody's been around this area for a while. That's who I need to go talk to.
Well, you asked. You asked him who might be the oldest.
Yeah, somebody's lived in this area for a while.
Oh, if you're looking for the senior man, that would be the sergeant of guard. But he's a rough old number. That's
all right.
This is his fourth tour. Almost like he doesn't want to go back to Comisnia.
Well, I'm headed for Comisnia, but I'm I've caught wind of something that's really got my interest up. I need to find out some more about it first. So I need to talk to someone that's lived around this area for a while and get your idea about it.
Okay.
So you say the older guard, or
the sergeant of the guard.
Okay, point me in his direction.
He'll point you where the little gnome that was up on gate guard pointed you down the wall there to the little hut.
And I take off in his direction.
Okay, no problem. You make it there fine enough. And you'll see him sitting there studying some papers, almost like scrolls of some sort. And he'll look up and he'll say, "What do you want? Why do you bother me?
Some information?
What are you doing here? What's your name? You have some information for me?"
Yes and no. I'm looking for something. For some information on something.
Okay, I can give you an answer, but hurry up, chop chop. I don't have all day. I'm an important man on this post. This post can't survive without me.
I just got through eating some of the best dire boar I've had in a long time. And oh my, go ahead.
Yeah, all he said was meat's meat.
Yeah, and on the way here, while I was camping, I had some really strong wind bother me, but there was a cloud in the sky. You know anything about that?
Weather from the hills are strange. The mountains, probably just some little breeze that blew on through. Got you all shook up.
This wasn't a breeze. It's more like a wing flap. Something flying through you. I got the idea.
A big bird, maybe.
Yeah, you might have dragons.
Dragons? We have no dragons. Dragons don't exist. You've been listening to old men at the fires, worried about every creak and sound, talking of old legends and myths.
No such thing as dragons, you say?
Nah, no such thing as dragons.
You're talking to a talking cat.
Well, that's a cat, not a dragon.
Well, as I was saying, I really appreciated that dire boar I had a while ago. And I wouldn't want anything to happen to you. I'd like to have some more of it. I wouldn't want something to eat you out of it. You know, get my meaning.
Well, there is a forest grove on just out before you hit the mountains. It's always had a bit of game in it. You might be able to find something there. Maybe not a dire boar, but you may find something that'd give your whiskers some taste and fun.
If I could find where this dragon lives and report it to you, would that be worth anything to you?
If you could get proof of any dragon, I'll buy you an ale. There's no such thing.
Don't drink. At least not ale. But maybe a favor later if I can find it, find proof of it.
If you find one and you bring it on back to me, I'll give you 2 silver for it. Just because I know won't have to part with the silver.
Because as it is, I'm on my way south, but something like this would be interesting to do. It's a spur of the moment type thing. And
by the way, what troop do you belong to?
I don't.
Then what you doing in my fort? Traveling. Let me see those. Let me see your papers.
Okay, I'm taking in the experience.
Okay.
Traveling ranger, taking in the experience, you know.
Yeah. You hand them
the idea of.
You hand them your papers.
Yeah.
And he'll be looking over the papers, and he'll say, "These orders from Fort Damali, from the lieutenant out there. He says you're supposed to be heading to check out the ruins in just outside of Comisnia. What are you talking about?
Yes, I am.
Running off chasing fantasies, dragons and such."
Well, I wouldn't have been, but it about knocked me out of my camp the other night. And something that big could knock me out of my camping area kind of worries me. And I figure the ruins will be there. And if it worries me, I thought it might worry you.
Oh, the little make-believe tales don't worry me. I'm a soldier. He'll hit his chest. We don't live by fairy tales.
Yeah. And you have a fellow here in this very room or in this very camp that had heard of it.
Who?
And nobody else believes him.
Well, who is it? Is it one of those fools that got hit upon the head? Is he the local city drunk that snuck on into the camp? What is he? The storyteller? Yes, he's the entertainment, ain't he? You're talking about that little old gnome that sits over there and spins tales for the fellas chuckles.
I never caught his name. And he seemed a friendly type, so I wouldn't want to ruin his character to tell you his name. But he did get he went along with my experience, so I'll give the devil his due that way. So if he says there's something out there, I'd like to see what it is.
Well, you can hunt for it all you want. It's your life, your time. I don't know if you'll find such a beast.
Well, I thought since I ran into it one time, there's a possibility I could probably see it again. Now that I know what it likes. And I figure if I go kill me a boar and put it out for it, it might come by and get it. And might be able to find out where its roost is.
You're more sooner to have a bear come to the dead boar than a fantasy dragon, but you do what you will.
That'd be good too. Well, if a bear came by, at least I'd be feeding it, so I wouldn't lose anything either way. I need someone to show me where to kill the boar first.
Well, like I said earlier, if you listen on up, he'll hit his desk. Listen, you little putty cat. Down in the woods to the south of the camp, just before you hit the mountains, they're over on the east side between the two rivers. You might be able to find
gotcha.
a boar.
Well, since I'm headed to the ruins anyway, maybe I can kill two birds with one stone. Go there first. Get my look. Go to Lost Ruins. Get me a boar. Then I'll come back up this way and see if I can find that dragon for you. How's that?
You find the dragon, like I told you, and you bring it on back here. 2 silver I'll give you, but I know that those 2 silver won't leave my pouch.
Dragon's worth more than the silver, but a favor would be worth more than any of it. So if I can find the dragon, I'll tell you.
We'll call it a favor due. I know it's a favor I won't have to give out because you'll never find a dragon around here.
Okay. That's all I want to hear. I appreciate your advice. So you point them in the right direction. I'll go ahead and take care of my problem first. My current situation with Lost Ruins, and I'll come back and find that dragon for you. So thank you. And what time of day is it now, Charles?
It's a partly sunny day. You're after wandering around, visiting, and everything like that. It's we'll say 12:30 in the afternoon.
12:30. Okay. So I've really got all the travel I need, right?
Pardon?
I've got everything I need for my traveling, right?
You would think you would think that you might. You got 10 days of rations. You got your pack, you got your grappling, your bedroll, and things.
Okay. So I'll head on to Lost Ruins.
All right.
And keep in mind that I'm looking for it. Once I get there, if I survive, then if I keep that dragon in mind, I'd really like to see where it lives.
Okay. And how are you going to head towards there? Which way are you going to take? Let me know by the map.
Let's see, from where I'm at now, the third outpost.
You'll know that there's a bridge on the road here that crosses, that the merchants built to go across there. But you also know you'd also know that they mapped the headwaters up over here.
I'll go to the headwaters right there.
All right. So you're traveling this route and and such, and you get about there. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Ew, 9.
Oh, okay. You might have thought that you saw something, but you don't. You don't believe it was maybe just the shadow of the cloud passing by or something may have caught your peripheral vision and made you think something.
Okay. Okay.
You'll head on down. You'll get to the edge of the forest right here, and it'll be about 4:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah. Uh,
You'll hear birds singing.
That's a good sign. I like that. Well, if it's 4:30, how long would it take to get from there to the Lost Ruins? Day or
Well,
two?
no, no, no. You're,
A couple hours?
yeah. I'm trying to see it's not dense forest, but it's forest with your ranger. So, um, we'll s- we'll say it take you about 2.5 hours to get across, picking your way, uh, looking around. If you're going stealthily, if not, it take you 1.5 hours. If you
Okay.
just kind of marching straight on through, not trying to be stealthy.
Yeah, I've never been in the States before. So yeah, like a kid in a candy store. I'm looking around every thing to see, see if there's anything new about this place. See if I hear, look down, see if I see new tracks around and whatever. I was
Okay,
trying to pay attention. Oh,
you'll, you'll find at some point some squirrel tracks, and spots some rabbit tracks, bird tracks, some turkey tracks. You'll see a deer track from time to time.
there's
Uh,
a lot of wild animals.
yeah, they're passing through, going to get water, feeding. They seem pretty comfortable.
What about predators? Wolves or anything?
You had for some reason you hadn't seen any wolves or bears tracks
Bears? Nothing like that?
or
That's strange.
mountain lions or anything of the sort.
That's strange. Okay. What about pig tracks?
You don't see any pork tracks, no boar tracks.
So whatever is in here is keeping everything eaten down, apparently. Just leaving the birds and everything else small alone.
Well, you got birds, squirrels, rabbits. You got deer. The turkeys. There's a lot of wildlife that are tracks that are there. Some are old, some real old. You could tell. You so old you could have a hard time
Yeah. I
reading
know
them.
what I forgot to ask. I forgot to ask back that outpost if anybody had heard these ruins. I'm pretty much going in here blind.
Something like
That's
that.
not very. That's not very smart. Well, I guess I'll scout around and see if there's ruins. There's probably a road that's going into them.
You don't see any road.
That's strange.
You get there, and it's about 4:30. So you're talking 5, 6. Since you weren't trying to be stealthy, you're just kind of going along.
Yeah.
So about 6 o'clock in the evening, but yet underneath the tree canopy that's broken, breaking the skyline and such, it it is darker underneath there.
Yeah. What kind of ruins are they?
You'll
What kind
see
of ruins are they?
when you get to the ruins, what you'll see is a broken. Looks like an old tower, and it was and what you got is partial walls standing around and tumbled down huge stones. I mean, These are massive blocks of stone.
Yeah.
A dark, almost black stone.
Are there any openings or windows or anything like that?
You can see a partial window that used to be on the one side. The others, the one wall is totally knocked down from the out. What would look from the outside, uh, from the inside outside, and the other wall looks like it was pushed or knocked from the outside inside.
Well, I'll see if I work my way in.
That's no problem. As far as that, yeah. Let me see here. What's your passive perception?
Yeah, I'm looking. I know I can see. I have dark vision.
Yeah, but I just need your passive perception.
That's what I'm looking for. Come on, I know what we're doing. So again. It's on my skills, isn't it?
No, it's a separate aspect.
It's what?
It's a separate aspect. It's your wisdom plus.
Yeah, I see that.
Let's see here. Let me drop this down a little bit.
I know it's here. It's 14 plus something. Wisdom
no,
of 14.
It'd be your, it would be. Let's see here. Where's my? Okay, let's see here. For you. Your wisdom's 14, so you get a +2 to it. So your passive perception would be about a 12.
Be a 12?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you. Let's see here. And so, no, I just, you don't need to roll for that. That's what's kind of like a standard. I got to look to see on these guys on what they, if they have anything. Right.
Yep. 12.
Looking for. Okay. And I need to roll a stealth for them. Right. And you don't seem to notice anything at the moment as you're moving on in. You see the stones that are knocked down. It's getting a little darker. You're searching around. Tell me what you're doing inside the ruins of this tower.
Yeah. So the room I stepped in, is anything interesting in it?
You see some old, rotting, broken wooden furniture, table. You'll see the boulders or blocks that are some that were pushed in and some that were pushed down out. You'll see the floor of this is made out of what looks to be the same the same blocks or colored of the blocks, about the same size. These blocks are about 6 foot long and 4 foot tall, and
Are there,
6
are
foot
there any
by
steps
4 foot
leading up?
by 4 foot.
There steps leading up?
Well, no, there's really not steps that are leading up to it because of all the bold blocks that have been broken on down. The blocks themselves are almost like having a single 4 foot step. Getting on into it's not would not be an issue for you, not with your climb speed of 20.
Yeah. Well, it said the tower had been knocked down, so
Yeah.
I was going to go up. Yeah. How many floors are there into this tower? That I can tell.
How many what?
Levels or floors?
There's it's knocked right on down to where you're the only floor that's there is the bottom floor. You have a partial wall going up on one side. You have a partial wall on the other side. You have virtually no wall on the other sides except for the blocks that were knocked out and the blocks knocked in. Those walls are collapsed respectively.
Okay. I know you said when we walk up to it, it's like a tower, right?
Yeah, it looks like
knocked in.
It looks like the remnants of a tower. You're talking from what the floor would look like that you could make on out that it's about 40 by 40 foot square.
Okay. So there's different floors to this tower, right? Going up?
No, the tower is raised. It would you would think that from the design, the 40 by 40 and the amount of blocks that were there and the way that the remaining remnant wall is that goes on up, that it was a tower. Not that there's floors going on up.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I was wondering if there's any upper floors to go to.
No upward floors. This
Okay.
has no roof left.
Okay. And is there what instead of going up, can I go down?
You don't notice a way down just by glancing.
Can I look? I want to try looking for a way to go down.
Okay.
Everything above ground's been.
Give me an investigation check then.
Okay. Sweet. Roll a 20.
Okay. You'll notice
you'll
notice that there seems to be a couple of the floor tiles that are cracked, and you'll see some of the weed leaves, almost like a grass, but not a grass, that's been growing up around there for a long time. Seems to be moving, blowing up and then down, up and then down from the around the crack.
So there's tile with grass growing through it?
Yeah, there's a tile there that's cracked that you could surmise that there's air moving or a gas moving or a force moving through it, moving the grass, weeds that are around it. That's how you, with your investigation, noticed that. That's
Well, I don't have a crowbar. I'm trying to think of a way to open it up. Is there any way to get a hold of it, widen the hole?
what are you going to use to try to get a hold of it?
Well, I don't have a crowbar in my pack. I can't use my sword. I'd break it. Is there what's left of a door around me? It's got one of those metal hinges on it.
Yeah, you'll find an old where a door, say the front door was, that had a heavy hinge that was on it, where the wood had rotten off of it, and the square nails are still in the holes of the hinge where it held to the wall and the door.
I'll try to use that then to get through.
Okay. Roll me a strength check.
A what? Strength? Okay.
Yeah, strength check.
Strength. Okay. Okay.
D20 plus your strength.
18 plus 4. 22.
All right. You get the hinge down in there, and it's kind of tough going, but you get it to move, and it's moving, and the hinge is bending. It's giving all its worth, and you do get it, that piece of the tile to move and pop off to the side.
Okay. Still not big enough for me to go through, is it?
Well, you have about a 3-foot triangular gap that's opened on up, like you took about a quarter of the corner of the brick or the block, and have open.
With my dark vision, can I see down in there?
You can you can see a ways. It's like looking in dim light.
Okay, how deep is it another room or what?
Well, it goes down for what you can see. There's some steps there that go down about 40 feet and stop.
Okay, I'll go down the steps.
From all that you could kind of tell.
Okay, then I'll try to go through the hole and go down the steps.
All right, as you go into the hole, roll me an initiative check.
Oh, okay. I got plus 5 on that. I rolled a 15.
Okay.
Plus, I got plus 5 on that. So, yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay. And all right. And let's see here. Will that hit you?
These are the best dice I've ever had.
Okay, plus 1. Okay. A 16 hits your armor class, correct?
Oh yeah.
Okay. You feel a sharp pain in your
Uh-huh.
back, and
Ooh.
you take 5 points of piercing damage.
Dang. My hit points are 1d10, ain't they?
1d10 plus your Constitution modifier. So you get max. So it's 10 plus whatever your
Plus 3.
con modifier.
Plus 3. Yeah. What do you? Well, I had 10 hit points.
And
so
that was more or less their surprise round. So you beat them on initiative. So it's your go. What are you doing?
what was it? Just see what it was.
You just felt the stab from in the back as you were going on down.
Ooh. I spin around and look.
Okay.
I draw a sword and see what it was.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
15.
Okay.
But
you see a small shadowy figure about 20 feet away from you.
I yell out, "Who are you?"
What language?
Common.
Okay. Doesn't say anything. That all you doing? That's
I try Elvin.
okay. You're trying to communicate. That's taking up your round, and he's gonna go ahead and he's gonna throw another dagger towards you. Let's see.
Did I try to evade it?
No, you used up your action economy with trying to communicate and like that. And
all right,
that will go ahead and hit you. So you got another dagger in you, and that's 5 points. 5 points of piercing damage.
I'm not dead.
You ain't dead yet.
No, I'm getting that close. No, you. Okay, you said I was on some steps, right?
So what? Now it's going to move. What's their move rate? Speed 30. Okay, it's going to move out behind 30 feet away from you.
Oh.
And it's done with its economy, and you're up.
Can I use my double speed and charge it with a sword?
Yeah, you can dash towards it. The only thing is, it's going to use up all your action. So if you'll be just to let you know, when you get done, you'll either be past it. You'd either be past it.
Okay, is there anything?
Pardon?
Is there anything I can hide behind?
Yeah, there's those. There's definitely the 4x4x6 blocks. There's enough of them around that you could hide behind it, or there's the stairway going on down that you could go further down and get cover from that
I'll go down.
Tile and such.
Okay, I'll go down then.
Okay.
So I can cover that.
All right.
I'll try. go down there as quick as I can.
All right, no problem. How far do you want to go? You gonna dash? Take that double move action?
Yeah, that.
Okay. So that'll put you'll go all the way down to the bottom, and you'll see, and you'll turn, you'll see this kind of grayish, open, huge, from what your mindset would be, a huge room that's very, very, very musty. In fact, it's so huge you really can't, you don't get the full dimensions because of your dark vision is limited to what it can see.
Can I draw my bow and look smooth?
I'll let you do that. Yeah.
Okay. That way I can look back the way I can in case he comes after me.
Okay.
And see if I can yell out in Elven, who are you?
Okay. That they understand. And you'll hear back in Elven, "We're your death."
I got that point. I ain't heard it die though.
And so it's so it'll move, and it'll come, and it was 50 feet away, so it will have to use its dash to get it gets through the hole, and it's 10 foot down onto the stairs, so it's that of 50 feet away from you, and it's your turn.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll send an arrow this way.
Oh, okay. Roll the hit.
And dang. Roll a 9.
You rolled a what?
A 9.
All right, 9 plus your dexterity modifier.
4.
Okay, that's 13.
13.
So that hits. Roll the damage.
Okay. 1d8. Come on, there you are. 8.
All right. Now, did you add your dex mod on in for the damage?
1d8 plus 4. 8. That'd be 12.
Okay.
Plus 4.
All right. And is there anything else that you want to do? That's your attack action.
Yeah. We don't have to. Okay, we don't have to do this. Who are you?
And you said you did 12 points of
yeah, I'm not here to kill you.
Okay. He's just gonna move he's gonna move 30 feet closer, and you notice he has pulled out 2 more daggers. And he's looking about, and with his free action, he's going to say, "We're your death." And
you said this before.
And it's your turn.
Okay. Well, he's pretty close now, so my
yeah, he's 20 feet away from you.
Oh, 20 feet.
Yeah, he moved 30 feet up
See,
He was.
okay, yeah. I'll try to shoot again, slow him down.
Okay.
Rolled 11 this time. That was 12, 13, 14, 15.
All right, you hit him, and let's see here.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points of damage.
Okay, and all of a sudden, you hear this big explosion and see this big flash of light, and it's gone. And
well, that's next.
Yeah, it does, because he didn't get any closer, or else he could have done some damage to you dying.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to find out what he was. I mean, who he was.
But so that's what you have there. You got a couple daggers sticking in you.
Yeah, I'll get them out.
Okay.
And kind of brain that'd be dangerous.
And you'll notice when you pull them on out that they're a nice dagger, done up fairly nice, and they're made out of a black metal. So it does, and not shiny black. It's kind of matte, like a matte finish, so it wouldn't shine, reflect.
Oh. What are the dark elf daggers, or what do we call them? I know the name of it, but I can't think of it. Okay.
No, not really, but give me a second and I will. Where is it? I didn't have that manual open up over on this computer. So give me a second. I'll open it up and I'll find the.
Okay.
Come on, open up.
I want to go where he exploded and see by any chance did he drop a healing potion.
Nope. He did not do that.
Man, I mean, there neither one.
And all right, it's up here, the manual. Here we go. Come on. Bolos
are nice.
Volo's Guide to Monsters is what I'm wanting to open up to share with you, to give you the picture. And I need to find, it's right here. Yeah, it was Volo's, wasn't it? Yeah, Darkly. And okay, I'll stop the share here. And I'll open up the share so you can see what it was. You see this little creature right here?
Yeah, Darkling.
Yeah, it was the Darkling. That was after you.
Oh. Death Flash. Ow.
Yep. So there you are. You're in this 80 by, I'll give you this and we'll get it because we're coming up on that third hour that I said, getting close to 11 o'clock. 80 by 80 foot room. And in the center of this room, you see this. What would it be? Yeah, it'd be a 10-foot pedestal, almost like lectern, that's 10 foot tall. And it's holds like a platform on it and a big and the platform that's on it is 30 by 30, and there seems to be a big thick object up on top of it. From your perspective, you can't see the total of that object.
A big what?
From your perspective, it looks like a big thick object, whether it's a block, a brick, a tile. From your perspective down 10 foot up above you. So you're looking up at it. So you can only catch just so much of it.
And it's up on a column or whatever?
Yeah, it's like in some of the old public libraries where you have that big heavy dictionary stand to hold the dictionary like a lectern.
Yeah.
That's basically what you're looking at. But it's 10 foot tall and 30 by 30. The flat and the angled plane is it's holding on up, and you see part of an object that's on it.
Anybody throw a grappling hook up there?
Say what?
Anybody throw a grappling hook up there and pull myself up?
You can go ahead and attempt that if you want to. It's only 10 foot up. You remember, with a tobacco, you have that 20-foot climb speed. So climbing 10 foot is not a difficult task.
Yeah. Wouldn't be that hard.
No.
Well, I'll try to get up there and see what it is. And...
Okay. You'll be able to climb on up there. You'll see on this big 30 foot by 30 foot is this humongous kind of book looking item that's 20 foot by 10 foot. And it looks like it's a good 4 foot deep.
You chop it up again.
I said that when you get up there, it's a 20 foot by 10 foot by about 4 foot deep, we'll say, from what you can make out.
Maybe
it would.
I guess I have to go up to it.
Okay. It looks like when you get up close and you start looking, you can see what looks to be in your mind one huge book or tome. You can see some strange binding on the binding edge, on the binded edge. You see the big hard book cover, as you would say. You can't see the colors because you're using dark vision, so it's all shades of gray is what you're seeing.
Yeah. I'll light a torch, see if I see it better.
Okay. Yeah, you see a lot better now. You light after lighting the torch and everything. You'll see this is a humongous book. It has metal. It has these black metal bindings holding the book covers and the edge of the book together, and it has a strange almost stony, uh, grayish, hard book cover, and the edges of the
Yeah.
paper pages that you can see is a strange kind of brownish red material, and on the face of the book is some strange markings.
And the book's too big for me to pick up, right?
You would definitely surmise that it's way bigger than you are. It's 20 foot. It's 10 foot wide, 4 foot deep, thick.
Dang.
Well, you're 10 foot up.
And it's no language. Yeah. There's no language I've ever seen before.
No, it's not.
I wouldn't know what to do with it. I mean, I see it, but I'd have to go back to town to tell somebody about it to even do anything with it. So,
Okay, and you going back to town. You're going back to the outpost. You're going back to Fort Damali. What's your intent? So I can kind of
hear word.
Are you going to town? Or are you going to the outpost, or are you going back to Fort Damali? So I'll try to wrap this up quick.
Okay. And there's nothing else in that room that I would be interested in, right?
No, with the lights shining there with your torch, you just see this big 80-foot by 80-foot room. It's all that strange black stone built on that strange black block that you see that was 4 foot by 4 foot by 6 foot.
Okay. I guess I have to go back to town and see if there's anybody that would help that knows anything about magic or anything like that, and come back with me and get it.
Okay. So you'll be headed to Comisna, right? Or
right, it's closer.
All right, then we'll take it from there. You'll as far as that, so we'll go ahead and good place. You'll make it to Comisna, no problem. As far as that, you'll be able to get in there. The papers that you have, the guards will shuttle you on through, and then we'll pick it up from some point from there on
All right.
next time.
Okay.
And you got yourself
great. Well, it's pretty interesting.
You got yourself one. You got yourself 1 XP point. As far as that, which makes you second level, so you can level your ranger up and now get spells. And once you get to Comisna, and you'll have you'll take at some point there, you'll take a rest. So since you're in a town, you rest, you'll have a long rest, so you'll be able to get your hit points back overnight in 8 hours, because you're not out in the field sleeping on rough conditions. And we'll leave it there. Tell whoever's watching, thanks for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed it. As far as that, and if Phil has something he'd like to say on the outro, then he can do that.
Okay, and when next we play?
Well, I'll have to see. I know I'm running a higher level game Saturday if everybody shows up.
All right.
So, and if not, then I can kind of maybe throw something together for another segment or act off of this.
All right.
But it'll be relative. I'll keep it on up so you'll keep you aware.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I'll keep up with you then. Thanks a lot.
No problem. I hope you enjoyed it. As far
I did.
As I know you wanted to go after that big old dragon, but there's no way. To be honest, there's no way I was going to put you up against that big dragon because he wouldn't have to.
Well, I really didn't want to go against it. I just wanted to find it.
Yeah.
Then I could tell the town about it, and they could do what they wanted.
But so that's there. I'm going to stop recording. Boom. Come on. Let's see.
Yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to follow him. I just wanted to see where he was.
Stop recording. Okay. And I'll stop streaming to